Hello guys, what is up with another YouTube video more, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the newly released Page Puncher's Wonder Woman. This figure looks amazing. I'm super excited to have it in collection because I have been needing a classic Wonder Woman for my DC Justice League shelf for a long time now. So when I saw this got announced, I was so happy, and found this at my local Books A Million. And I got it for around like 22, 23 bucks. Because I did have some deals because I got this figure with the Superboy in the way, so let me know if you guys want to see a review on that. But yeah, this one altogether for those two figures, it was like 55 bucks, so pretty good deal. But yeah, you have the comic book in the back here, and with all that said, very excited to jump right into this, so yeah, let's do that. It just hit me that I have absolutely no idea how to open this. Okay, here's Wonder Woman out of the package, and oh my gosh, was that so difficult to get her out. I hate the new Page Puncher's packaging. It's so unnecessarily difficult to get the figure out. Like, I had no idea what I was doing. But to be fair, though, this is my first time with the new, like, bubble packaging for the Page Punchers, so I don't know, you tell me. But, comic looks pretty cool. Alright, and here is Wonder Woman with everything right out of the packaging, and she comes with a couple of extra hands, a card, and of course her comic book. We're going to take a deeper look at all that in just a second, but first up, let's take a look at this figure. Looking at the Wonder Woman figure, and she actually looks amazing. I love all the details. Starting off in the head, you have her tiara. I think that's how you say it. And, yeah, she looks great. You have the star right there, and her face sculpt is amazing. All the painted detail, her earrings right there. I love the blue wash and the dark black hair. And, yeah, that looks amazing. You, of course, do have her chest plate there with her Wonder Woman logo. And then you do have just the bare arms, and you have the original black braces right there, one of Wonder Woman's notable weapons that she uses. So you have her white belt, and then you have the classic star-spangled skirt right there with all the stars on it, and that looks amazing. And then you have the legs, and I'm pretty sure this figure is just a complete reuse. Well, maybe not a complete reuse. I think that the skirt is new, the torso is new, but the arms and the legs are definitely a reuse from that original Wonder Woman, which I never got. And that Wonder Woman figure is going for like over $100 now. So kind of glad that I did pick up this newer one from the Page Punchers line, but you do have her nice boots down there. Kind of sucks that the ankle joint does break up the white, but it's not that big a deal. Then you have the white trimming all around the boots, and then you have the high heels down here. And they do actually have a very nice texture on it. And yeah, other than that, it's just she's just got her bare skin for her arms and her legs. And yeah, other than that, that's pretty much gonna do it for this Wonder Woman figure. So let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation. Starting off at the head, since she has a bunch of hair, she's not going to be able to look up crazy, but she can look up better than most figures, not going to lie. And then you do have down, which is pretty good. Nice tilt, and of course, all the way around. The arms do go up past 90. Wow, way past 90. With the rotator cuff joint, you can go forward and back and all the way around. Of course, the arms do go all the way around, and then you do have the bicep swivel in there, which is very tight, but it does go all the way around. Double jointed elbows. Then, of course, you do have the hinge and swivel at the wrist. And then moving into the torso, she has a ball jointed waist, which I kind of like. So she can go forward about that far. So honestly, not that much range. She can go back a bunch. But yeah, forward not so great, but you do get some pretty good tilt in there. And then, of course, you can go all the way around. Now, moving into the legs, they are going to be a bit hindered from the skirt, so that's about as far as they can go up. They have a bit of twist in there, not a lot, and then you do have double jointed knees that she can kick her own ass right there. And then going into the ankles, go down that far, up that far, not that great. You do get a swivel, and of course, you get your pivot in there, and oh, no toe articulation. That's the first McFarlane figure I've seen with no toe articulation. That's not like a huge hulking monster mega figure. That's kind of cool. I mean, it makes sense, though, because she's in high heels and she probably wouldn't be able to stand. But yeah, there's the articulation. Pretty good, nothing too crazy. And then moving into the accessories, of course, the figure does come with the tried and true DC Multiverse stand, but with that new DC logo, which I'm loving for DC Studios. So the ankle or the peg hole is on the bottom of her foot, but not on the back. Not on the heel, just right there. And yeah, she stands on it pretty nice. And then she does come with her trading card, which looks great, but out of the packaging, mine is a bit bent in some places, so that kind of sucks because I do collect these. But you have Wonder Woman, Paige Puncher's logo up there, and then there is her bio. Pause now if you want to read it. But yeah, I do love the artwork, and that's pretty cool. And then she does come with her comic, since this is a Paige Puncher's. That's why they increased the price by like $5. But yeah, this looks pretty good, honestly. And of course, you can read through it, summer issue, if my fingers would work. And there's a couple of like product placement for DC Multiverse and McFarlane digital statues and stuff. But yeah, you can read through it in there. And yeah, I'll be reading that later on. And then getting into the actual figure accessories, she does come with 2 fisted hands right there. So that's pretty cool. 2 fisted hands. And then of course she does come with 2 open splayed out hands, although one of mine unfortunately has a little paint splash right there. That's just really egging me on. And then you do get 2 open gripping hands, so yeah, that is pretty cool. But the one thing that sucks about this figure is that she has nothing to grip. No lasso of truth, no weapons like a sword or a shield, which kind of sucks. For this figure, I would have loved to have just the lasso of truth, honestly, as she is using it on the actual card art for the freaking comic. So yeah, that definitely sucks, and it's definitely missing out there. But I do like that they at least included the hands to hold a weapon if you had a weapon to be held, which, I mean, I might be able to find the other weapon from my other Wonder Woman. That's like the Endless Winter one. But yeah. Speaking of that Endless Winter Wonder Woman, let's go ahead and get into some size comparisons. And then here is Wonder Woman next to the only other Wonder Woman DC Multiverse in my collection. We have the Endless Winter version. And I think these guys scale pretty well together. Even though this one is notably taller since she is on that newer body mold. But Wonder Woman is supposed to be taller than the average person since she is Amazonian. But yeah, it doesn't really make sense since this one's taller and this is the first appearance. But, you know, and she does come with a sword, this one, so I'm going to try and steal her sword and see if it fits in this hand. And yeah, here she is with the Endless Winter Wonder Woman sword, and honestly, doesn't look that bad. It was a bit of a hassle to get the sword into the hand, though. But yeah, she looks pretty good with the sword in hand. Okay, and then the only other size comparisons I can make with this figure is Justice League one, since I don't have any other notable Wonder Woman villains in my collection. So yeah, here she is with the Silver Age Superman and then the new No Man's Land Batman. I just did a review on this guy. Go check that out. So yeah, all 3 of these are pretty much my definitive versions of these characters in my collection now. And then here she is with a couple of other Justice Leaguers. Here she is with the Aquaman digital version and then the Rebirth Flash. And then here she is with the Longbow Hunter Green Arrow, and then the Atom. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for today's review. Make sure to let me know down in the comments below if you guys have this Wonder Woman Paige Punchers and if you guys like it. Overall, my final thoughts on the figure is that I think this figure is awesome. It's great to finally have a Wonder Woman in the collection for me personally. A nice classic Wonder Woman. So she's definitely going to be going on the Justice League shelf. I would have liked to have her come with like a weapon of some kind, whether it be the Lasso of Truth or anything else. But I do like the amount of hands she comes with. I just don't like that little freaking smudge on the hand right there. But yeah, other than that, guys, one problem that I did have is when I took the figure out of the box and I tried to swap the hand, the whole peg came out. So it's not happening anymore, which I'm happy about, but I just wanted to let you guys know that that was a problem when I first got the figure out. But other than that, guys, she looks great. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that you can roll, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.